move for no man. No man. No man. No man. All right. No. We'll call it a draw. No man. Just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound.
What's up, Chris?
Yo. I think the Chinese government has got my.
They're trying to.
Got me, bro.
They're trying to shut you down.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
Can't say I blame him.
Yeah, I don't either, honestly.
Do you think it has anything to do with Vinni The Chin talking about Godzilla and the Ling Spa?
Or perhaps Vinni The Chin's running mate.
Vinni The Chin's like Trump. He says so many crazy things I forget them.
Yes.
It's just one after the other.
Chatter at that point. So Frank, I was going to tell you. You all right? What's up? So I was saying when I came on, I was eating a bunch of like fried calamari and shit, and he's like, "Really? For your weight cut?" So they pushed my fucking fight back 2 weeks.
Oh.
So yeah.
So what date?
December 4th.
Fuck,
So I mean,
bro.
it's not the end of the world. It's like it is what it is. But it's weird, man. When you get that, I guess like I wouldn't have cared as much if I was like 6 weeks away. But like when you get like within a 3-week window of your fight, like dude, I was like ready to leave in a week and a half. And like when you get that close,
are you peaking?
It's like, yeah, like I was starting to cut weight. Your body's like getting ready for war, man. You're like, hey man, we're gonna leave for a fist fight in like 7 days, you know. And when that gets pushed back 2 weeks, it's like playing games, man. It's like somebody was like jerking me off, and like just before the end, they're like, just kidding, and then they just fucking walked away.
Dude, I would feel bad for my friends and family because when I
Chris,
get that
is your
close
phone
to
like
a
this?
Fight, no, straight up. When I get within 3 weeks, I'm a nasty, gnarly fuck, and I take it out on everyone around me.
Yeah, man. I was already in that realm, so I had to reset. So now I'm like this week I'm gonna put on weight again because I don't want to like stay at that low of a weight for that long. So
Yeah, smart.
I'm gonna put on weight until I guess maybe next Wednesday because Wednesday would be weigh-in day, and then I'll start cutting again.
Man, that sucks. So, who's your opponent again?
Man, honestly, I can't pronounce the guy's name. Hold on. It's actually not that hard. Just for whatever reason, I haven't actually committed it to name.
So is this like a contenders fight?
It could be. They haven't described it that way to me. Like they haven't said like, hey, if you beat this guy, you're definitely getting a title shot.
Well, you think so? If you had to put money on it.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I mean, he's like the next guy in the chain. Like he's I would say he's like he fought for the title before, you know, and lost. So like he's right up there, like ready to get a title shot. So I mean, I would say I don't know if he wins, if he necessarily gets the next title shot, but I would say that it would be meaningful enough if I won to get the next title shot, just because I think he not too long ago fought for the title, you know.
Okay, so more importantly, what is going to be your costume for the fight? For the weigh-ins, for the media.
My plan is to go the Tiger King route. I'm gonna wear some nice tiger spats. I have my little Fu Manchu grown out now for my Halloween costume that I did.
feel like that's gonna be a miss with the Asians, bro.
I was gonna say, is
I don't think they fuck with Tiger
international?
King.
Do they go outside of America?
The guy's name is Koyomi Matsushima.
Sounds
Tsushima?
What's he good at? Like, what do you have to be mindful
He plays
of?
2 games. The first game, and sometimes he does them in the same fight. Sometimes he plays the fight, you know, in one mode entirely. So I see him keep distance and just kind of throw choppy leg kicks and head kicks. So he's just like trying to bounce kind of in and out and just throw from a distance so that he's not really in range to get like hit too much. And then the other style that he kind of plays with is he does the same thing, but he'll integrate like a lot of takedowns, but from distances that you don't usually see takedowns. Like he's gonna explode from a distance, like a kicking distance or like farther than that, into takedowns. And it ends up working out. It's like Senchai, maybe
like this. You remember Kung Lee? How he used to like explode in and do like those unorthodox takedowns.
Yeah, he used to suplex guys and shit.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that was
I
like
think
the
This guy's
same
more of a.
Gary's
this
in the
guy's-
20s, bro.
This guy does
Chris.
lift
Yeah.
people up,
True.
but he's more of a single leg guy. Like if he gets in tight enough, like he will lift people and throw them, but he gets in on singles and doubles and that sort of thing. It looks like a mix between a guy who's got a decent, like I would say, like high school wrestling background, or like the United States equivalent of that, and somebody who did some taekwondo. That's what it looks like to me. But I mean, don't get me wrong, like he's dangerous. He puts a lot of people away. He's like 12-4. But
We all know everything that people are not gonna want to do with you, and that's take you down.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what he does. I don't think he's gonna have I don't think he can stop himself from doing it though, because it's so ingrained in what he does. Like, I can't see a situation where I'm gonna start tagging him and he's not gonna shoot for a takedown, because I feel like every fight that I watch, that's what he does. And it's like, you can prepare and game plan for people, but if you have something ingrained in what you do and it's a habit, it's pretty damn hard to not do it, when you're fighting somebody and in the heat and the pressure is on. So unless I can't get close enough to him to put pressure on, I can't see him not shooting for a takedown, at least at some point during the fight, or unless I just dominate the fight entirely and never give him an opportunity to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, I'm sure you watched those fights last weekend. What'd you think of the? I mean, it was probably a crazy card. On Lang Sang lost. He got choked out in the first round, I think. And then Martin, he lost too.
So I watched the Martin fight, and I watched the there was another title fight, the 70-pound title fight.
I didn't see that one. I watched
Christian Lee fought this guy from Giorgio Petruzzian's gym. I forget his name. So the Martin fight was very back and forth. Did you see it? The full fight or just highlights?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's very back and
fight.
forth. Martin hit Thon Lee hard a lot, and I thought Thon did the same back to him. I would say, if anything, before Martin got hit and started to get dazed, and then eventually got finished, I think in the third round, I would say that Martin was winning the fight. I could be wrong about that. They judge fights. They judge fights out there as a whole instead of round by round too. So I think, especially that considered, I would say that Martin was winning. So it was pretty back and forth, man. I think if you watch the highlight clip, the highlight reel of Thon beating him up at the end, and it just looks like Thon beat him up, but numerous overhands made connection, and he had him on his back foot. There was many times where Thon Lee was kind of crowded against the fence and couldn't really get his footwork game moving, and was repeatedly getting tagged by Martin. So, man, I thought it was a great fight. I thought it showed that both of them are fallible in different ways, which is good for me. It's good to see Thon get tested a little bit more, because I don't think he's had as stiff competition as Martin has had in the past. Martin, I have numerous tapes to watch to see where he's struggled, but Thon, I think the majority of his title run was just him incapacitating dudes. So this was a fight where I actually got to see some back and forth.
Well, Lee had to adjust, and I don't think Martin did. Martin was really coming forward, much more flat-footed than I'm used to seeing him. Just kind of coming forward, because I think, like you said, he was having good success, and I thought he was winning the fight as well. And he just kind of overstepped his bounds, a little too heavy over his front foot into some shots.
Yep.
Lee did a good job of using the outside and moving and firing, which I'm used to seeing Martin do more of. But it was interesting to see Lee make that adjustment and get the finish. The guy can crack. I mean, he's got a lot of knockout finishes.
Oh yeah,
he showed it, in that fight for sure.
Yeah, beautiful. A lot of beautiful striking in that fight.
Gary, you need to send me the flight change, the details on the new flight, so I can change my ticket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want to come sit in the hotel room and wait completely isolated from
What are you
society?
talking about? You offered me the corner spot last podcast.
Yes, I know.
I knew that was coming up.
Are you taking it back?
Hey man,
bro, I already made that investment.
To.
Are you kidding me?
I'm
For
coming
sure.
too, but I'm gonna be at the whorehouse around the corner. I'm
Nice.
not really coming to the fight. I'll watch it on TV.
Nice.
Pause.
Nice.
Did you guys see the obviously Chris did the Gervonta Davis Leo Santa Cruz fight?
I didn't get to watch it yet. I heard him amazing things, but yeah.
That'd be a good one to watch, Gary.
That's as clean of an uppercut as I've ever seen one.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say this. I haven't seen it yet, to be fair, so maybe I can't judge. But the cleanest uppercut I ever saw was on a YouTube video of a bus driver getting spat on by a woman. And he says, "You're going to jail now." Was it better than that uppercut? Because it's hard to top that uppercut.
Wait, he said you're going to jail and then cracks her?
Yeah.
So maybe he's going to jail, I would think.
Set and setting, the bus driver one was a better shot.
All right, fair enough. It's hard to compare to that though, so that's a high standard. I understand.
It was an awesome slip.
Yeah, slip.
Freaking just popped him.
And he's actually Tank is a southpaw, and he actually switched up orthodox into that position to get that shot, and then kind of hit it and then stepped through. But he knew it. It was one of those shots. He hit him, and he was just like, "Yep," walked away. Like, that's it.
What a clever little guy. Yeah. So, Chris, what do you think of him? Do you think?
Well, I've said it time and time again, and I did a lot of interviews about that fight, and I told everyone that he was going to win by KO. Santa Cruz is tough. It's just he's a smaller guy coming up, and I just think in terms of raw talent, Tank is the best of the whole lot of them. The Ryan Garcia, the Devin Haney, the even Teofimo. I think Tank has more of just raw physical talent. He's just a smaller guy. He's
so
about
this is going to be a perfect setup if Ryan Garcia can win his fight for them two to fight, because they've been talking shit online, like they've been going back and forth for a while now.
Yeah, I think Ryan needs to really focus on Campbell, because Luke is no joke. But yeah, I mean that fight would make sense, especially because Tank holds the title at 35 and at 130. So he was a 35 champ, moved down to 130, knocked out Santa Cruz. Now he's basically a 2-division champ at the same time. So him going back up to fight Ryan Garcia makes sense. Yeah.
You guys see the UFC?
I saw 2 of the fights. I didn't get to see the whole card.
Anderson Silva's last fight.
A lot of fights this weekend.
Jesus.
I mean, honestly, I thought that the fight was pretty good. You know, it's not like Anderson was like outclassed or anything. He was beating him up most of the fight. You know, just started to take some shots and wasn't able to hang after. I don't think Anderson's, built to last right now. You know what I mean? He just doesn't have the same like endurance and chin.
No, not at all. I don't think he would have gotten clipped with that shot either. If he was the old Anderson Silva, he would have seen that coming a mile away, like the Matrix.
Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as like a lot of these other older guys that have stuck in there too long though. Like, dude, like when they tried to bring what's his name back, BJ Penn back, like so many times.
Yeah.
Like
that was hard to watch.
Bad.
It was so much worse. Like this, it's not like it wasn't competitive. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he went
still a good fight.
And fighting a tough guy, Uriah Hall. Yeah. Uriah Hall can fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you, Garry. That's he went out with honor for sure. But
yeah,
we don't need to see any more. That's because these guys, they just keep going until it is that embarrassing loss. Like that doesn't need to happen.
Sure.
Did you guys see Conor McGregor's tweet?
No.
He said that why do people want to like make a fighter stop fighting if it's like something that's inside them? Like why take the fight or the dog out of a fighter if there's always going to be like another opponent for them to find? There's always the right opponent for like old fighters. Do you guys think that he makes sense with that, or people need to like intervene?
What they need to not do is make the former faded champ the sacrificial lamb to the next champ. Like that makes no sense. I like what they're doing in Bellator, where they're getting like Tito Ortiz comes back and he fights Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
It's like it's 2 older guys. Right. Don't take Vitor Belfort and have him fight Adesanya. Like I don't want to see that. Like what does that do?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I mean, listen, like ultimately, like if you want to fight, you should be able to fight. I mean, it is what it is. If you can get whatever restrictions we have in place, and I don't know what they are, fully, like, obviously we take, CT scans and stuff like that, but whatever those restrictions are, maybe they need to be changed. I don't know. But so long as you're considered healthy enough to fight. I mean, that's ultimately you're a man. You get to make your own decision, like if your friends and your family want to tell you, they don't think you should do it anymore. And if the fans want to say you shouldn't do it anymore because they don't want to see it, that's fine. They have their opinions. But like for somebody to intervene and be like, no, you can't do it anymore just because we don't want like, unless there's some medical reason why somebody shouldn't fight anymore, I don't think, hey man, fucking let them fight.
Dude,
it's also livelihood. That's how these guys make money. You know, if they can make another payday, make another $500,000.
Sure.
You know, that can be life-sustaining money for a while.
Yeah.
I think their biggest opponent is USADA, bro. That's.
I think they should make another league, a league where all the peds are encouraged.
Like Pride.
Yes.
Gary,
no, man,
is there
come
any?
on, back in the old days, nobody ever did anything. Frankie.
Is there anything? Is there anything in your one contract that stipulates anything about PEDs?
Yeah. So the contract itself says that we are required to abide by WADA standards, which are stricter standards than USADA. WADA is like, I think, what would be like basically a qualified as Olympic level testing.
Yeah.
However, having said that, so in the 5 fights that I have done with them, I think I've only actually had the test one time, like an actual drug test. Now I didn't get results back. You know, I didn't have any of those. Like, it's not like I don't know. They get the results and they get to do what they want with them, I guess. But nobody
Are you
got
saying
popped.
it was a fake test? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I think I don't know why bother wasting time, because it was a private thing anyway. So like, why bother wasting the time creating the facade that you're testing if you're not going to actually do it? Who knows? But what I am saying is that, you know, results weren't released to the public or anything, you know, or whatever the case may be. So, I mean, it's not like people are knocking at my door, you know, during my fight camps and doing blood tests on me or anything like that, or urine samples. So by my contract, they have the right to do that, though. So if they wanted to, at any given point in time, decide to start doing that and decide to start being, you know, strict or whatever the case may be, they could. Or, you know, like I said, like, you know, if a week away from my fight, they're like, all right, we're going to drug test everybody, you know, when we go down to Singapore or whatever the case may be, and I got popped for something, then, you know, they would have every right to cancel the fight because it's in my contract. It says I'm not allowed to take any WADA banned substances, right? I think the important
at their discretion.
Well, I guess I don't.
Maybe if you're a main event.
It's not very specific. Like, it just says that that's what we're supposed to abide by. And that's one of the deal breakers in the contract. Right. So like, you know, technically they can do what they want in that situation. But yeah, man, so it's clearly not watched on the same level that it's watched in the UFC. But it's still required by contract, you know?
So I have a very important question for you.
Yeah.
Is TRT Vitor going to be back or not?
Interesting. So they signed him like it was pretty quickly after they signed me, or maybe it was like around the same time. And I've been with them for over 2 years now, I think. And I'm pretty sure he still hasn't fought. So I don't know if the issue is getting an opponent. I don't know if there's some sort of travel problems he's having.
Did you see? It was announced. Did you see his opponent, the Align dude, the freaking jacked African American dude? Or I think he's like
okay.
African.
So they're fighting now.
Did you see? Did you see his size?
Oh, I know. I know the guy. Yeah, I don't remember his name, but yeah.
Phrasing there, Frankie.
Yeah, he's huge.
I think.
He goes, "Did you see his size?" I'm like, "What?"
Bro.
Phrasing.
I think that guy's on the sauce.
That's the guy that Ung knocked out, right? The really jacked, flexible guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now he can fight. He's a good striker. But
Yeah.
it's Vitor, man. If Vitor.
TRT Vitor.
If TRT Vitor shows up.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I mean, I think
if he's got testosterone over 600, he's a really bad dude.
I don't think the guy you were talking about that he's going to be fighting has enough grappling experience to be able to take out Vitor. Like, I think if anything happens where they come off the floor or anything dangerous happens, like, and basically his only hope of winning that fight is, you know, flash knockout.
Yeah, well, he's explosive though, so he comes out strong. So
yeah,
he's always a threat.
Yeah, it'll be a fun fight to watch regardless. You know, they're going to be swinging, I'm sure.
It's not on your fight card though, right? No.
Not that I'm aware of. I honestly don't know who's on my fight card, so I couldn't tell you.
Gotcha.
But yeah, interesting. I'm surprised. I didn't realize they announced that fight.
Gary, where'd you go for Halloween? I saw you dressed up as a Tiger King.
So I had my buddy Mike Rakshan opened up a gym out in I can't remember the name of maybe it's near Clifton or something like that. And called Immortals Jiu-Jitsu. So he's like working out of somebody else's gym, but he's running a jiu-jitsu program there. So he had like a grand opening. And then after the grand opening, I just went out with my girlfriend and her brother and like a couple other guys, watched the fight somewhere, and then went to like another bar. Like nothing crazy. We didn't like get there wasn't that much going on like Halloween wise, you know, because of COVID stuff. So you can only really do so much. I'm sure there was some stuff going on. And then after that, she drew the big jacked black dude with the giant penis.
On the pumpkin.
She drew that, and then we fucking stenciled that shit out into the pumpkin.
That was amazing.
It was an amazing, dude. She made me, because I didn't know what she was drawing, and she's like holding it. She's like making me play 20 questions to figure out who the fucking guy was. And like it was just so funny, like trying to ask questions to figure out like what the hell it was that she was drawing. And then when she finally showed it to me, I was like, yes, this is amazing.
Did she draw it from memory?
She drew like the outline. You know what I mean? She just drew the outline of the guy. So
how many times has she seen that?
What's that?
Does she have the dude on her phone?
How many?
I'm assuming it's her background. I can only imagine. I think she sleeps with his picture under her pillow every night. I'm pretty sure. We've had conversations about it. I tried to tell her that I was uncomfortable with it, but she just won't let it go. So, you know,
Chris,
what it is.
Chris, once you see it once, it's imprinted in your memory forever.
Do you remember in the pandemic how many times that got texted to you? I can't even count. It was fucking every other day. It was like, hey, dude, I got a positive test. Here it is.
I have a theory. And the theory is that man's photo surfacing around the time of the pandemic prevented many, many suicides. I think that if it wasn't for that picture getting passed around, many more people would have killed themselves.
I'm sure there's a percentage who probably did kill themselves because of that picture, though.
I think so. I think it's the other way around.
I think it's small percentage.
I think it spread joy to everybody during the pandemic. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased.
Can you imagine like someone looking at their phone about to shoot themselves and they're like, they see a beacon of hope. They're like, you know what? Not today.
No.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Did you guys see how everything is getting boarded up for the riots?
Oh, yeah. Oh, New York is crazy, dude. Like we're talking like not just like doors and windows getting boarded up. Like there are some places where they'll build like a separate awning out in front of their building so that they have a full I guess you would call it like a barricade, like a full barricade in front of where their windows are, so that you can't just like, you know, get some tools and rip the boards off. You'd have to get like through like several layers of I'm trying to come up with a good word for it, but there's probably like a wartime word for you know, when you start putting up that kind of stuff.
Like, well, I'm thinking of the Roman phalanx when they put the shields together.
Yeah.
And they cover themselves. Like,
something similar.
Hey, you see my hat? I'm ready for the Civil War. That's why I got this camouflage on.
Right.
Like,
are you guys ready? You guys got weapons on hand?
I have been ordering massive amounts of knives recently, but I think that not enough of them have come in yet.
Garry, what is it with Henzo's gym and you guys posing with knives? What the hell do knives?
John gives them out.
Knives are cool.
Yeah, that's true. First off, knives are
why
badass.
are they? You guys aren't training like Krav Maga. What the fuck are you doing with knives over
John
there?
is a big knife collector, big knife fan. And you know, he always says that there's many parallels between like knives and jiu-jitsu and martial arts in general, and he kind of talks about how like making the perfect knife is like a delicate balance between like hardness and softness, where basically you're trying to rectify three main things when you're trying to make a knife. Like when they say toughness, they're talking about like the flexibility, the malleability of the metal. So like, for instance, if I took a sword and I smacked it against something, is it gonna chip or crack? And then when they talk about hardness, you're talking about like how much it keeps an edge, right? Chris is not.
He sounds like he's describing my hog.
Yeah, he's like my hog is so hard.
Hardness, rectify, slapping. I'm just like I'm
he's like I'm out. So the giant hard cock. So
slapping ass.
So the edge of the blade you want to be hard, because otherwise the more you use it, the quicker it dulls, right? So if you have a very hard edge to the blade, Now, like, it doesn't take, you can maybe slice something 100 times and you still wouldn't have to sharpen it, right? If you had a very hard surface. And then you have the problem of rust and maintenance. So, like, for example, there are certain materials you can make a knife out of where I could go out into, near the ocean or like in a jungle environment where it's very humid. And like within 24 hours, you're going to get massive amounts of rust, and that causes problems for the blade. So you're always trying to find a way around all those three problems by mixing different metals together or folding metals in different ways and things. And he describes like our training in jiu-jitsu in a very similar way, and how you kind of have to, there's going to be days where you have injuries and things and you got to train a little bit softer, or you're working more technique or drilling or whatever the case may be. And then there's a time for like hard head-to-head training where you're trying to fucking kill each other. And there's other analogies that he uses for knives too. But there's also the fact that he said that, similar to what Chris said, is like, dude, it's just, there's something about knives as human beings that when you hold like a good, strong, sharp knife in your hand, there's just something special about it. Like there's something that feels good about having that weapon in your hand. I mean, I'm sure the same is probably true for anybody that's held a gun before, how they feel. It's just there's a sense of power associated with it that I think everybody can enjoy.
But I think a knife is different because it's like an extension of your own power.
Correct.
It's an extension of your own, like your own defense mechanisms. Like it's raw, it's primal, and just the feel of it, everything. No, knives are cool. You ever seen that show? I was trying to look it up. Forged in the Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show's awesome.
You're talking about the one where they have that competition?
Yep, they make swords and knives,
so
have to cut things and test.
Dude, when they do the flexibility test on some of those, the toughness tests on some of those knives, man, and they're able to go to fucking like, or they're like swords, they're able to go to like 90 degrees and then come back to true center. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Okay, so would you guys like ever kill an animal with a knife?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a necessity. Have I ever done it before? No, but I want to.
I want to see you guys in that situation.
That's on my bucket list of things that I really need to do sometime soon, is to go hunting. Like that. I just feel like as a human being, especially as a man, to have lived this long, especially eating meat and things like that, to not have actually killed for my own food, it just feels almost wrong. Like it feels like there's something missing.
We should
go. Light bulb go out. Flesh wound hunting trip.
We should go kill some fucking warthogs with knives.
Okay.
Did you say liberals?
Texas.
Frankie, Jesus.
What?
Jeez, Frankie. Calm down, buddy. I don't think Frankie heard what you said.
No, I didn't. What did he say?
He said, "Did you say liberals?"
We do not have a political affiliation in this podcast. If you're listening, it's a joke.
Yeah, dude,
the warthogs are dangerous though. Like that's a serious hunt.
I've gone quail hunting, but that's like kind of gay.
Cool. No, it's gay, you said?
Yeah, I mean, you have like a big ass shotgun, and then like we have a dude that you throw a rock like in the bushes, and they all come out, and you just shoot in the air, and like 5 come down.
Yeah, it's like live speed shooting.
I see what you're saying.
I've done quails. My father used to take me like whitetail deer hunting, but I was like so young, like I couldn't sit in a tree stand all day, and I never, wasn't really able to shoot anything. But we should just walk around. It's pretty cool.
Bro, talking about a shotgun, did you guys see the John Jones burglar video?
I heard about it. I didn't actually watch the video though.
Same.
What happens?
Bro, it's hilarious. So So
Jamie, pull that up.
Awesome.
This guy was apparently like went into his property and was like going into his cars. Yeah. And his dog was going crazy. Like, I guess his dog sensed the guy.
John's dog?
Yeah.
He's got a gangster ass dog. I've seen the videos of the thing do training.
Yeah, but I don't know why he didn't like fucking sick him on the dude. I guess since it was like
the dog's probably not ready yet. He's probably he's still in training.
Huh. Okay, well he lifts up like the garage door, and he bum rushes the dude. Like he runs out with a shotgun in his hand, but the guy already had like a head start. Like he was far, and he's like, come back, pussy, come back, you pussy.
Bro. Yeah, he's a big dude. Imagine him coming out of his house. First of all, just him coming out of the house would be like, what the fuck is that thing? And then he's got a gun in his hand. Nope. Like, wrong fucking house.
Yep.
And it's like in Albuquerque, there's probably like 3 celebrities. So what? You think this guy didn't know that was John Jones' house?
Yeah.
That guy was
They don't
probably
got-
on crack.
Yeah, they don't got guys like him roaming around Albuquerque. Fucking 6'3" super athletes that carrying shotguns and have crazy super dogs.
Did you guys vote already?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Mail in, or did you guys actually go physically?
I went.
Yeah, I mailed mine in because I knew I would potentially forget or not have time. So I was just like, yeah, let's do it.
Did you do it like a while back, or?
I think I sent mine in before the weekend. So
Okay.
maybe Thursday or Friday.
So shit, it gets in that fast?
Yeah, I think the limit was yesterday, or it had to be postmarked by a couple days beforehand or something. I think maybe you probably had at least until Saturday. Pretty sure.
Yeah, different states have different rules.
Yeah.
Some states are actually, as long as you can have a postmark today, and they'll still count. Some states.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Florida's not like that though. I didn't sign up for the mail-in, so I had to actually show up and do it. But it took like 15 minutes.
Hey, did you guys see the Kanye West podcast with Joe Rogan?
I couldn't get through it.
I didn't see it, but I watched you know how Barstool Sports does like little
The 1 minute man?
yeah, 1 minute things.
That
I
guy's
watched like a
hilarious.
couple clips of it. I'm not a religious listener to Joe Rogan's stuff. Like if somebody sends me something and they're like, hey, this is really worth listening to, I'll listen to it. It doesn't seem like it's worth listening to, but maybe, I don't know. Somebody else would have to sway me.
I tried. I couldn't get through it.
Yeah, he the thing is that it's like he's kind of like all over the place, so it's really hard for him to get his ideas like
Materialized.
materialized.
Mm-hmm.
It was also weird because Joe was just giving him a lot of leeway. You know, he's like, Joe was like, because he was so all over the place. He sounded like an insane person. And Joe was just
spoke
like,
3 words in the whole podcast.
yeah, he didn't talk much at all. But he's like, you just think differently. Your brain just works on a different level than everybody else's. Like,
Yeah,
I
he
was
was
just
like-
really, dude? You
All up on
Dude.
Kanye's nuts.
think so? Yeah.
I'm guessing, I could be wrong, but I don't know how he's reacted to people like that, because I'm guessing that's not the first person who he's had on that has been like that. I would guess that as the host, that there's probably not that much you could really do, that's not going to be confrontational to the point where somebody's going to leave. When stuff like that happens, you kind of just got to be like, all right, well, this is what I got, so I guess we're just going to let him go.
Dude,
With Joe,
yeah,
I've listened to a lot of Joe's podcasts, and he's had some guys on there that he's literally had to slap down, like verbally, and has called out their bullshit. But I think it has to come down to how much he respects the person, and like he has a lot of respect for Kanye, which I don't blame him. The guy's an incredible entrepreneur. But
Chris, and not only that I'm sure that Joe Rogan did his homework and has seen like how Kanye just flips a switch and is like super unstable.
Yeah.
Could have been
you don't want to be on that guy's
if you rub him the wrong way, could have been like Joe Rogan doesn't like black people.
Yeah, it's really hard to go against a guy like Kanye who's so prolific and so successful. It's crazy. Like he's done so many different things.
Yeah.
You could look at him and go, oh, he's crazy, but at the same time, it's like
He's a billionaire.
works.
You don't get there
Fucking
from
works.
being crazy, bro.
Fucking works.
Well, I mean, you do get there from being crazy on some level, right? Like, so I would say that
Yeah,
just,
it
this is
depends
just
how you define
just-
crazy, not like medically crazy, like because he's not like he's on pills and stuff.
Well, me and
People
Garry
say
are
he's-
crazy.
Yeah,
Garry and I are crazy.
just-
No, but I'm
You
like
gotta be
I'm
crazy
saying
to fight.
I'm saying like in the literal term,
Yeah.
like he takes medication.
Sure. But I would be willing to bet you that there's a lot of high functioning, mentally unstable people in positions of power or positions of wealth.
Okay.
I think that when you look at things from a logical standpoint and you look at the extremes of society, right? So whether you have something like extreme poverty where you're talking about homeless people, right? So obviously you're going to have a high population there of people that think very differently than the rest of society, because the rest of society is somewhere within normal ranges, whether it's like, from low income to middle class or like upper middle class or whatever the case may be. You have to imagine that if that's the middle of the bell curve or whatever the case may be, that the greatest percentage of people think on what would be considered normal level that fit within that curve, right? But on the opposite end of the spectrum, where you have these high level individuals that are making large amounts of money or running like crazy successful businesses, or maybe they had, some kind of crazy inventive idea that nobody else thought of or whatever. I'm not saying that there's not some very mentally stable people there, but I'm thinking on the other end of things, that's another extreme, right? So if you're on that far on the end of the extreme where you're talking about being so successful at something that nobody else is able to be successful for some unique reason, there's probably there's a good chance there's something wrong with you being in quotes here, mentally. Like there's probably something a little bit different that makes you different than the middle of that bell curve. And it just so happens that what made you different made you incredibly successful instead of the crazy person that's homeless on the side of the street that's not making any money. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy to say that and that I'm dead wrong, but like I think that exists on some level with a person like Kanye, I think fits the bill for that.
I think the way I look at it is like in the center, you got guys like Frankie, right? Who sits there with his clean shaven face and his fucking red
just fucking slaying the game.
just status quo kind of guy.
Just
status
slaying.
Quo, just doing good, but not doing great. But he's all right.
In the middle, but slaying. I'm in the middle, but killing it. Just slaying.
And you got a guy like me who's a highly functioning sociopathic crazy person who just makes it happen, is uber successful and just doesn't give a fuck. And
then Garry?
Gary's on my side. He's with me.
Oh, okay. So am I like 3/4 on your side or straight in the middle?
You're the status
just
quo.
right smack dab.
You're the middle of that bell curve.
Like if we were rating you as a chick, we'd give you a solid 5.
Solid.
I'm pretty sure I'm more than 50% on your side. I'm pretty sure I'm like 60, maybe like 60-ish.
5.8, still solid score. Solid score. and you know how Garry scores the chick scale. His chick scale is very, very tight. It's very hard to get.
Very important.
7. Yeah.
I use a bell curve for women as well. It's very important.
See?
I think your scale's broken. Hey guys, if you've been enjoying our content and want to help us out, hook us up with a review on iTunes and subscribe to our channels, YouTube and iTunes. Thanks.
Eyewitness News, where news comes first.
So there's states called in the National Guard to fill in for poll workers and also to prepare for possible election unrest, which is almost kind of like it's guaranteed if Trump wins, huh?
Either way.
Either way? You think it's both? It's going down either way?
Either way. It'll be worse. I think it'll be worse and more violent if Trump wins. But I think with Biden, there's going to be a lot of unrest. I think
that at this point in time, there's so many people that are out of work and don't have things to do that regardless of what happens, people will find a reason. And it might have literally nothing to do with the fact that they're upset that one or the other candidate wins or loses. It's just something to do. It's like, okay, here's a reason for us to go outside and fucking light some fires, have a little bit of fucking, what they would view as fun. Let's go loot a little bit. Here's our opportunity to go get that fucking big screen TV that we always wanted. Because people expect it to happen.
Raise some hell.
They know there's going to be groups of people out there doing stuff like that. So why not do it while the fucking world's distracted? You know what I mean?
It's like when your girl gets all ready to go out and then like plans get changed or canceled. Everybody, shit, fuck that. I'm still going out. I got ready. Got ready to fuck shit up. So it doesn't matter if the guy wins or loses. They're going to fuck shit up. Exactly.
Chris goes to bed and pretends he's sleeping. Oh, I'm tired.
Like, do you think there's anybody Chris raises a really good point. Like, do you think there's anybody out there right now getting strapped and ready to like riot and fucking loot?
Do nothing.
That like their candidate wins tonight and they're like, you know what? We're just gonna fuck it. We're not gonna go out. Fucking put the guns away. Put the fucking hammer back.
Preparing them.
We won. We're fine.
Preparing the Molotov cocktails, sharpening the blades of their knives.
Yeah.
Putting on their gloves.
Yeah. Hey guys, we can do all these Molotov cocktails. We gonna get drunk? Nah. Let's go burn some shit.
We gotta go burn some shit regardless.
Let's go fuck shit up.
We'll throw a couple. We'll drink some. We'll throw a couple.
Oh man.
That's fucked up.
Well, I hope for the best. I hope that doesn't happen, and I hope I'm dead wrong. But
yeah.
On this same note, a non-scalable fence has been built to secure the White House complex that includes Lafayette Square and the parks to the immediate north and south of the White House.
Non-scalable fence, huh?
Listen to this.
What does that mean?
The 3 spaces take up more than 70 acres in total.
Wow.
And 250 National Guardsmen have been put surrounding it.
Wow.
Man, this is like a scene out of
It's a military state.
a military state movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you sent me the that COVID movie. I never
How-
even heard of it. Gary, did you see this fucking thing?
Which one?
Jesus.
The
Which one?
COVID 23 movie. I don't know what it's called. Michael Bay.
Shout out.
making it.
Shout out to my boy Phil Heath for posting that. So yeah, I took it from his he had it on his stories.
So Gary, it's a Michael Bay movie, and it's in the very near future, and it's like COVID 23, like in the year 2023 has come out, and it's like a mutated version, and like the lockdowns are way worse, and it's way more dangerous. People die way faster.
Yeah.
It's fucking intense.
It's kind of like
I watched the trailer, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is real
National
life.
Guard fucking you up, zombie movie type vibe.
Sick.
Michael Bay
No
blowing
freedom
shit
at
up.
all.
Is it on Netflix or where? What is it on YouTube or
No,
what?
I think it's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out. Oh, okay.
No.
You just sent me the trailer.
Oh, the trailer. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's a good trailer. Got me
Yeah, Gary. Sometimes I send
up.
Chris stuff without you knowing.
All right. Fair play. Well,
Sometimes-
I never did send Chris what I was supposed to send him anyway, but maybe he'll get it sometime soon.
Which was what?
I can't tell you. Surprise.
Damn it!
Oh wait, I gave
got me.
a while ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to
That's
send
what I
you
did.
whatever I wanted to send you, but I'm gonna eventually.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
It'll
You're
get
playing
there.
You're playing those mind games on me. It's not gonna work, Gary.
Listen, man.
You know what it is?
Your chances of me getting you a gift, Frankie, drastically increase the more Chimera coffee ends up at my house.
Wait, you gave him a gift?
What?
Sent him a gift?
Not yet, but I'm telling you.
For Thanksgiving? Christmas?
He's thankful for our friendship.
Guys, I sent.
I fit
You
into
should
the
be getting a
older-
gift
I'm in-
pretty
like,
soon.
me and Frankie have the old guy text stream that Gary's not in, but then Gary and I have a beard text stream that Frank's
Yeah.
not in. So I fit in both. I'm an old guy
Nice.
and I got a beard. Sorry, Frank.
You guys have
the audible.
you guys with that fighter mindset. You're not gonna break me. You guys aren't gonna break me. Gary, are
Yeah.
you sure you don't want to tell me what you told Chris?
What I told him?
He's hurt. He's hurt.
Whatever. Let's just move on. So
He's so sensitive.
let's move on to like a happier subject.
Okay.
So did you guys hear about that Vienna terrorist attack?
No.
So
Did
there was
somebody
a
attack the
Okay.
sausage plant there?
dude. There was a gunman in
Just kidding.
a what? Oh, the Vienna sausages. You're an idiot, Gary.
We
Are my
Fucking-
sausages okay?
Fucking Americans. That's all they know.
guys, we need a button. We need a button to press when we say something really fucked up. Every time someone says something really fucked up, we need a button. It's like, to say something funny or whatever.
So there was a gunman named a convicted terrorist that was shot dead by the police Monday.
That's a weird name.
What? No, his name is Kushtim
You said
Feshluak.
named a convicted terrorist, so I had to dad joke that one.
Yeah. So he's a 20-year-old Austrian that had previously been jailed for attempting to join Islamic State.
Okay.
So he had an assault rifle, and he
Uh-huh.
went. The city's pubs and restaurants were were packed pretty much because people were enjoying a last meal before Austria came out with a new coronavirus lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
So they were celebrating just before the lockdown, and so this guy with an assault rifle injured 17 and killed 4 people. He was just opening fire in like a bunch of locations. So
Was
it's
he,
like
did they
the
find out he was
equivalent
acting
of like a
alone, or-
very popular. No, he was alone. Yeah.
But was he doing it like related to the Islamic movement, or was that he just wanted to be that and
Yeah.
just did it on his own, and we're just kind of claiming that?
No, he was doing it for like doing it for like a terrorist organization.
Wow. That's a lot of people.
Dude, can you fucking imagine just like at a pub and having some fucking crazy dude just blasting people outside, killing random strangers?
It's a
That's
very real situation.
Yep.
You know what? I saw a video of like a crazy girl that dude, this gave me chills when I saw this. I think it was I'm not sure if it was like in the United States or it was like in India. So this guy was walking with his with his kid. He was probably like a 5-year-old kid, and this chick had a knife, and she looked kind of like homeless, and she started stabbing the kid, like while his dad was walking.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I
park.
think I saw this.
Like a park.
That was crazy. She didn't stop, right? She tried to do it twice, didn't she? Or
Yeah.
Something
But,
happened.
yeah, and the kid had kind of like a delayed reaction, but he started screaming, and the dad he didn't know what was going on.
I think the dad didn't even realize what happened.
Nope.
She just sliced his face with a knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Fuck is wrong
Yeah,
with people?
that was super crazy to watch that video. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
I have a few military and cop friends, and they send me like fucking awful videos all the time of just shootings and stabbings and like police tape and shit like that. A lot of fucked up things been happening, especially lately, like in New York. The shootings and the drive-bys and the walking up, like people literally sitting down eating outside, and guys just walking up and dropping 12, 15 shots into them. It's insane.
Garry, you need to send us that video of the guy saying, "You're going to jail," and uppercutting the chick.
Yes, no problem.
That's a classic.
No problem. We'll do. We should overlay it on
probably
the
seen
boxing highlight.
And to them side by side, and we should do a poll.
A comparison, yeah.
You training now?
I have to go coach at my gym, but yeah, I have a meeting with a lawyer in like 5 minutes or so on a new apparel contract, and then
Ooh.
Yeah, hopefully it works out.
So
And
Garry,
then what's up?
I've been thinking about your future like a lot,
Yeah.
and I know. This is what's his name? Your Chinese manager, Jeff. I know this is Jeff's zone, right?
Okay.
I know this is Jeff Chu's zone, right? So I'm gonna
Okay.
step into his. I'm gonna step over his boundaries a little bit.
Okay.
But
Just a little
listen,
bit.
He's not gonna come up with this, but I'm gonna.
Okay.
Frankie's
I'm your
stepping over
friend.
boundaries. That's
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm your
no, he
friend.
never
And
does
I'm
that.
gonna say it. I'm
So
your friend.
unlike
I'm
him.
gonna say it. So listen, you win this next fight, right?
Yeah.
Within a minute.
Okay.
Okay. You
I like
win
where
it.
this is going so far.
Yes. And you call out the champ, right? You say you're gonna fuck him up, and you give him one of these funny spiels you always say. You try to be funny, but then it comes out as like something stupid, and then it goes viral.
Okay.
Anyways, don't worry about it. Just
I'll
be
work
yourself.
my magic.
Listen. I don't want to confuse you. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
And then
Gotta be simple and plain instructions for me, Frankie.
yeah, okay. And then you get the title shot, because what you're gonna say is obviously gonna be ludicrous, or some stupid shit comes out of your mouth, and everybody's gotta be like, oh yeah, he's gotta get the next title shot. So you get the title shot, right? You beat him in the second round, all right?
Okay.
And then you say, I'm going to the UFC. You say, Dana, all you guys are my bitches over there. I'm the king of the leg locks. Nobody can take me.
Okay.
And then you get a fucking huge multi-million-dollar offer from the UFC, and me and Chris are coming
Nice.
You know what I like about Frankie?
to the
he
to
really
the
knows
headquarters.
how the business of fight sports works. He's really like dialed in on the business side of fight sports. It's really
Listen,
Yeah.
Pretty
listen.
impressive
It
for a
took
guy
me
from the
it took
outside.
me a couple of months to come up with it. So I mean, I bet you're probably thinking of like how it became such a detailed plan, but I think I ironed out the kinks, and this is doable, Garry.
We don't want to steal your trade secrets. You can keep that to
Me?
yourself. But
Chris
Frankie,
and
where
I.
were you when I was champ? Where were you when I was champ? I could be a billionaire, man. I could be Kanye rich.
I was in diapers, bro.
wow.
You're older than me.
I was in high school.
That was good.
Wow.
That was good.
So Chris and I are coming with you to Dana White's office when that happens.
Okay.
Deal?
Yeah.
Dana's a boxing fan. We could talk boxing.
Fuck, bro. You know what we would do in that UFC PI, you and me, Chris? We would fucking raid.
I could show you around. I know the place quite well.
I thought you were gonna make love.
Oh,
of the
you already were?
song.
You
That's
already,
where that was going.
you already went?
Yeah, dude, I've been there
Fuck you,
like
Chris.
2 dozen times. I did a training camp there with one of my fighters.
When was this?
Dana Jacobs when he fought Canelo. I was his nutritionist. We were in the PI every day, literally.
Okay, whatever.
for
Chris is
2
not
months.
coming. Frankie
I can
plus
show you,
one.
I can show you around, bro.
I'll find someone to replace you. Someone that'll be starstruck once they step
Good
into
luck.
the PI.
Good luck, bro.
All right, guys. It was nice seeing you and catching up.
Good to see you guys. All right.
Let's see what happens
Happy
during
Civil War.
amidst this craziness.
I move.
Enjoy.
Peace.
For no
ready.
man,
All right,
no man, no man, no man, no. We'll call it a draw. Just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound. Just a